There are a lot of women starting small businesses, more than we would have ever imagined, and we literally meet new people every day. There's about 250 or 300 companies that work with us and are involved in different ways. We're not a membership-based organization. We just offer a variety of different services that women can choose from to support and grow their business, from learning opportunities to pop-up shops where they can sell their products. And then we provide free opportunities for them to come together in our mingle events.
There's really no limit to what women can do and what we're seeing that women are creating and putting out there in the area.
I was in Puerto Rico and I found out people made soap. There was nowhere here in St. Louis to learn. So we took a train to Chicago, and that's where we took a class. And they taught us about how to make soap. I came home and started blowing up the kitchen, basically.
I always liked baking, but I fell in love with chocolate. And so once I graduated, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to be back in St. Louis, which is where I grew up. And there were a few places here and there, but then it got to a point where I was sort of at a crossroads in my career where I either had to kind of move and go somewhere else or decided to just do it myself, because it wasn't really something that was happening in St. Louis, and I thought if there's kind of a hole in the market, I might as well fill it if I can.
The chance of a woman-owned business that is started by a woman succeeding longer than 3 to 5 years is like less than 5%. Maybe you are a maker and you can make an excellent product, but how do you get it to market well? How do you market it, advertise it, make the choices on advertising? How do you handle the analytics or the SEO of your company so that people actually see it? How do you manage social media so it's engaging? How do you create community around your brand? When you're an entrepreneur, you have to do all of them, and to succeed, you have to do all of them well.
I think that what they are doing is really good for startups, women makers like myself who don't know the first thing about branding. They don't know the first thing about social media and marketing.
You know, these women just like us are grinding it out and trying to make their craft known and put it out into the world. And so we want to help them. We want to help them not just sell their products, but also grow in their business and feel comfortable in every stage that they're coming in.
And also with the pop-up shops especially, we're creating a place for women to sell their products that is that face-to-face sales, which is so impactful for businesses as they're growing, to be able to build that community around their brand.
Every individual vendor has their own following, and so when you get all these different vendors together who all have their own individual followings on top of the following of just the women's creative, you get all of these hundreds of people who are coming for different reasons, but they end up shopping around and then they find all these other people. And so it's just this really nice collaboration of all these small locally owned places that have all these people who want to shop local but maybe don't know who you are because you're all so small, and they're all kind of congregate in the same area and walk around and find all these other people, and so it's been really helpful.
It really does excite us to see this community of female business owners growing and taking a step up and saying, hey, this is what I do and I want to support you, can you support me? And so yeah, it excites us to see that, and we hope it only continues to grow.